pa 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 ella, pa 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 ella,
So glad you could join us for another edition of Locally New England, a show that is committed to bringing you local lifestyle insights, market events, and business profiles, highlighting the culture that makes Rhode Island and New England such a special place to live. I'm Joe Guarnieri. We're looking to end the year strong, so first up we'll sit down with the law offices of Ronald J Resmini to discuss accident and personal injury law. All next on Locally New England.
Locally New England is brought to you by Charahoe Furniture, beautifully crafted American-made home furnishings. First Hyundai, North Attleboro. Save every day at First Hyundai. And Some Pump Geeks. We service all brands.
Welcome back. Well, if you've ever been on the freeway, you've come across our next guest. In with us today, joining us are Adam and Andrew Resmini of the law offices of Ronald J Resmini. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
To the show. Now, first of all, what I mentioned at the beginning is what seems to be a growing legacy of the Resmini family. Tell us about the history of it.
Thank you. Yeah, so my dad started the practice in 1979. He became a lawyer in 1969. That's when he first passed the bar and became licensed. Started out working for different law firms and eventually started out opening his own practice about 10 years later. So 1979 is when that happened. The firm has grown and shrunken over its years.
Yeah.
I think the most he's had is 16 lawyers working at the firm. But it kind of bore down back to its core with him kind of running the shop on his own. And then, of course, my brothers and I coming into the practice, trying to carry on the legacy, expand that legacy, and continue to represent the folks here in Rhode Island.
And like I said, as far as the legacy is concerned, I feel like I'll see you guys on the show of the law that built America, because what's there is all over New England. Basically, you covered so many states within New England. But as far as you guys are concerned, getting into it as sons, was it part of your interest? Was that what got you in, or was it the family sort of thing?
Yeah, I'll let Andy.
Yeah, so I was the youngest one. I had a unique opportunity as the last of the Mohegans to get in there.
Right.
And it was always a dream of mine to follow my dad's footsteps, which I had the opportunity to do when Adam and Jay did that, and I joined along, and it's been a real great success. Starting up with them and really building on what kind of we saw him doing when we were younger. I think family drives our business. The values of a family. Keeping those close knit relationships really with the clients. We try to really foster that and develop those relationships with people.
And those relationships, as far as personal injury goes, it's a very it's a personal thing, obviously. Mm-hmm. And so, what are the types of cases that you take on within the company? Does everybody do something different, or?
Yeah, great question. We've been blessed. Our dad has established a fantastic business model and just representing people with compassion.
Mm-hmm.
I think throughout the entirety of his career, he really believes in everything that he does. He kind of instilled that in all of us. I think that's why we all kind of went into the same practice and the same subsection of practice. So we practice personal injury law. We're representing injured folks who have unfortunately been involved in a situation that no fault of their own has put them back and because of an injury, or maybe they're out of work. A lot of things kind of go into that, but car accident cases, slip and fall cases, product liability cases, medical malpractice cases, those are the gamut of cases that we typically handle. Of course, there's offshoots of that, workers' compensation type cases, and we're working closely with all of the folks that we partner with in order to handle them. But I think for what we're doing and representing, the folks in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, we handle cases in Connecticut. I'm licensed in Florida, so there's a large net that we try to cast so we can represent as many folks as we can. And I think that family purpose that my dad has instilled in us, and also kind of that representation with compassion for the folks, you know, and walking them through this difficult process in life, because it's really, their lives have been turned upside down, has kind of driven all of us to follow in his footsteps. And I think it's pretty unique that I think all three of us have done that. I think we all could have done many different things, but just seeing him and how much he loved to do what he does and continues to do it. He's 82 years old. And I just left the office. He's still there.
He's still there.
He's still there, and he is in love with the business and loves representing folks. And I think we also do the same. We just love handling cases on behalf of our clients, and that's why we, I think, followed in his footsteps.
It's great to hear that love and passion that you guys still draw into it, the company itself. But before we go really quickly, when it's obviously important for someone to call right away when they have an accident or injury or something like that. And calling you guys, where can we find out, where can our viewers call or get online to find this company and seek the necessary
Yeah, so we always tell people, you know, if the first thing or the last thing you think about is an attorney when you get in an accident.
Right.
Obviously your life's upside down. You're in a very bad situation. You know, we see people usually, you know, at their worst, but we say once you obviously get through that moment, you know, we like to be involved in these things right from the get-go, because we can start working on things and obviously counseling our clients in the best direction to go. Our phone number is 401-444-4444, dial 4. And our website, www.resminilaw.com, you can find us there as well. And obviously we have a extensive, you know, results page and what we do and all things personal injury, so you know, we can certainly be looked up that way as well.
Well, gentlemen, it's such a great pleasure having you on the show and being able to tell our viewers where you are, that you exist, and the legacy of this company. And we wish you the best.
Thank you.
Obviously, you know,
it.
hopefully you can come back in the future and talk about it a little bit more.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it. Thank you very
really
much.
appreciate it. Thank you.
When Locally New England returns, we will sit down with Junior Achievement of Rhode Island, coming up next. Welcome back. The mission of Junior Achievement of Rhode Island is to inspire young people to be a part of the global economy. Here with us to talk about this work is Lee Lewis and Casey Riley. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Tell us now, Lee, you're the president of the mission, right? Tell us about the mission. What's the overview of what you guys are trying to do?
Yeah, so JA focuses on young people from kindergarten through 12th grade. And we really focus in on 3 areas of the mission, which are work readiness, financial literacy, and entrepreneurship. So that's our main goal. And we work with a board of directors and probably about 700 to 800 community volunteers that help us reach that mission.
Wow. And now, Casey, you're one of the board of directors, right? You're on the board here.
I'm on the board of directors.
And now you guys have an expo coming up, JA Inspire. Tell us a little bit about that, what's happening with that.
So JA Inspire is a program for work readiness, focuses on 8th graders. There'll be 5,800 roughly students from across Rhode Island that will come to the Rhode Island Convention Center. And they'll learn about career opportunities. They'll have a chance to engage with employers and industries on different occupations.
Now, I understand that you are also the COO of Newport Restaurant Group.
That's correct.
So how does having these 8th graders, why is the 8th grade an important grade to get these students involved to start to understand the connection between these companies? So
that's really I think the mark for most that people would say in development, right, at 14 roughly. 13, 14 years old, where kids really need a little bit more understanding of how to understand their potential and how to maximize their potential. And for us in the hospitality industry, it's a great age to engage with young people who are thinking about a career. We have a lot of entry-level jobs in our industry, which tend to lead to other jobs for people.
Right.
But it's also an opportunity for us to showcase the hospitality industry as a career option.
As a career option. Now, I love the idea of the entrepreneurship, if anybody else can say that properly. I love the idea of getting these students involved with understanding that and their finances early on. Lee, I guess this question would be for you. As far as all the programs that you have, what do you think is, from your perspective, what do you think is the most important thing for these students learning that type of thing, moving on to businesses or working for companies and finding a career in the future?
I think it's first and foremost is what they're passionate about.
Okay.
You know, I think that when you come to Inspire, you know, they've done some curriculum and pre-work to that. They're coming with questions to ask the employer. And our number one question from 8th graders is, how much can I make? You know, which is really top of mind. And how am I going to pay for life after high school and or college? And so we ask our employers to come prepared to ask those hard questions, but to be real with the kids. You know, you're not going to leave high school or college making the executive salary. You're going to be entry level. So to set that realistic expectation for the young people, so they can start to plan and budget. Am I going to stay in mom and dad's basement for a couple of years, or am I going to try to venture out and get roommates and have my own apartment? And by understanding salaries and benefits, they can start to imagine what their future could be beyond high school and or college.
Now we have the expo coming up on the 10th, December 10th through the 12th.
Correct.
As far as what message you want to tell either students and families and or companies that want to get involved and want to cooperate, how can they reach you and find out to get involved and get inspired and get on board?
Sure. Well, they can go to our website, jainspireri.org, or call our offices at 401-331-3850.
Well, you heard it here, folks, first, and we appreciate you guys coming on the show, and I think you're doing a great job. This is a great mission, because I feel like I needed that type of mission when I was growing up, and thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
When we get back, we take our cameras for a behind-the-scenes look at Trinity Rep. All next on Locally New England.
Something that I don't know that everyone knows is that Rhode Island has the largest per capita veterans population of any state in the United States. And we wanted to make sure that we were speaking to that particular community.
The veteran community has always been part of my heart. You know, I have loved ones who are veterans, and it was something that was so important to me working with the veteran community at Trinity Rep when I was the Director of Community Engagement. We had Boots on the Ground, which was out in 2006, and I was floored by that production. And I thought, you know, it would be amazing to talk about this in a totally different way with a new generation.
So this project started when we did, in 2006, a show called Boots on the Ground. It was a docudrama investigation of what was then a new conflict in Iraq. And we interviewed a bunch of Rhode Island veterans and their families. And the purpose of that was to sort of understand what the impact of this Iraqi invasion had on our communities.
So it really started to come out where we said, you know, they have so much more to say. It's been almost 20 years since the war had started, thinking about all the effects that have been part of that. And that really meant a lot to me, especially with the veterans that I've worked with, and also thinking about the refugee community and how it affected them. So I really wanted to be able to say, let's try this, let's do this, let's bring a whole new generation of voices.
The play is built on interviews with actual people. So folks in the audience may show up and say, oh, that's my neighbor. Oh, I heard that story at the grocery store, but now I know the people who are involved, because it's real stories from real people.
I feel like I've developed friendships and I know a lot of these folks. You know, it's been over a year that we've been interviewing so many different people, sometimes twice for clarification. And you think about different moments that you've heard and you remember how you felt when you first heard it, and to now see an actor portraying them, it's really, really special. It's really, really heartwarming, but it's really humbling at the same time. Feeling a deep responsibility
What I hope Trinity Rep audiences will take away from this is an understanding of how war is not a simple single event, but is something that ripples across lives and across decades.
Just to see these actors and our wonderful director, Christopher, being able to really weave this in with what Deb and Charlie have written, it's really beautiful to see it coming to fruition.
I'm also hoping that people will see the indomitability of the human spirit, because that's really one of the central messages of this play.
So I hope audiences come to listen, or they'll feel heard in that sense where now what can I do? And I think that's something I would hope for.
The show is playing from January 23rd to February 23rd. For tickets, people can go to trinityrep.com.
Our Tobacco Retailer Education and Compliance Check program is a program where we're really trying to equip retailers with the knowledge and the resources to be successful during compliance checks. Our East Providence Youth Council, we call them EPPC for short because they are epic. The youth will be putting together retailer education program kits. I designed everything to go in there, but they are the ones that put these together, and then they'll eventually visit each tobacco license holder in East Providence.
That program, we go into liquor stores, gas stations, we just tell them about the laws, we give them information, we give them a warning that we're going to do check-ins.
The summer sports clinics were born when we realized that there was a 3-week time frame during the summer in which our city programs had ended and school hadn't yet started. So what we did is during that 3-week period, we created a sports clinic, basketball, baseball, soccer, and ultimately we wanted them to find a love for a sport and then eventually sign up for a local organization, which would create a year-round commitment and create a connection, because we ultimately know that when you have a connection, you're going to create healthy habits. You're going to most likely refrain from substance use and unhealthy behaviors. The Bandana Project is a mental health awareness and suicide prevention program. The concept is really easy. Step 1, wear a bandana. Step 2, change a life. Youth in middle school and high school wear a green bandana on their backpacks to show that they're a safe space for anybody who might be having a mental health crisis or questions. We've had tremendous success in the middle schools and the high schools in which we've implemented this bandana project.
The East Providence Prevention Coalition was named as CADCA's 2023 Coalition of the Year, which is a nationwide recognition for being able to achieve and demonstrate measurable long-term outcomes in reducing youth substance use. We're very proud of it. This demonstrates that the programs that the East Providence Prevention Coalition has enacted is making a difference. We are improving the health of our community, we're building resiliency, and we're building the groundwork for long-term community change.
Since 1991, what began as a small storefront at Pontiac Mills in Warwick, Rhode Island, has grown into a welcoming family of 5 stores located throughout southern New England. Welcome to Builder's Surplus, your Max T value store. At Builder's Surplus, we specialize in home remodeling and pride ourselves on understanding a homeowner's needs and budget. That's why we offer first-quality home improvement products at prices that make sense. Whether you're building a new home, updating your kitchen, or replacing an old floor, when value is a must, shop Builder's Surplus. Imagine walking into a space designed just for you. A kitchen where family gathers, a bathroom that feels like a spa, doors that welcome you home. We make that possible by providing an amazing variety of products: kitchen cabinets, bathroom vanities, interior and exterior doors, decorative molding, hardwood flooring, tile, decking, windows, and more. Whether you're a DIY homeowner, a remodeler, or a local contractor, we have the solutions you need. Our in-stock kitchen cabinets are assembled by our skilled craftsmen to fit your unique layout. Looking for something specific? As a proud supplier of woodland and marsh cabinets, we offer tailored solutions to bring your dream kitchen to life. Choose from a wide array of styles, finishes, and wood types to create cabinetry that reflects your unique taste and functional needs. Plus, our expert kitchen designers are here to provide personalized consultations ensuring every detail aligns with your vision. But we don't stop at kitchens. Transform your bathroom with our wide range of stylish and affordable vanities. Choose from various styles, sizes, and finishes to find the perfect fit for your space. When it comes to doors, Builders Surplus knows best. Explore our vast selection of interior and exterior doors. Everything from classic wood to maintenance-free pre-finished fiberglass to durable steel options. Need something unique? Our custom door shop can tailor doors in various ways to fit your space, making modifications as needed to ensure they meet your exact specifications and match your home's aesthetic and functionality. Enhance your floors with our selection of North American-made Wickham hardwood flooring or waterproof luxury vinyl plank flooring. We also offer beautiful porcelain and natural stone tiles. Visit our West Warwick location for surplus tile options at significant savings. Add the finishing touches with New England's largest selection of molding. From crown moldings to baseboards, we have the millwork to complete every detail. And don't forget our assortment of silver line windows, available in new construction and replacement styles. You can also find surplus windows in a variety of makes and models at our West Warwick, Jewett City, and Lunenburg locations. It's time to create the home of your dreams. Shop local and visit your nearby Builders Surplus store in West Warwick, Warwick, or Central Falls, Rhode Island, Lunenburg, Massachusetts, and Jewett City, Connecticut. At Builders Surplus, a Max T Value store, we're more than just a store. We're your home improvement partner. Let us help bring your project to life, offering the first quality home improvement products you want for less than you can imagine. When value is a must, shop Builders Surplus.
Well, that'll do it for this episode. We look forward to seeing you next time. Happy holidays and Happy New Year from all of us here at Locally New England.
Locally New England is brought to you by Cheraho Furniture, beautifully crafted American-made home furnishings. First Hyundai, North Attleboro. Save every day at First Hyundai. And Some Pump Geeks. We service all brands.